It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for Healthy Living. Today, John Love joins us from the Terre Haute Prescription Shop to talk about comparing generic drugs to name brand drugs. What's the biggest difference?
Well, they should be the same thing. For us to be able to substitute a generic drug, it has to be considered bioequivalent. So it has to do the same thing or get the same results as a brand name drug does.
The cost, definitely different right there.
Yeah, and that's the biggest difference is the cost. What has happened, the patent has expired on that brand name drug, so other companies then can produce it. And really with a lot of the insurance companies now, they're actually mandating that you use generics because it does save everybody money.
There's probably a lot of questions you should be asking your pharmacist.
Probably one of the biggest things that they need to ask about, when we buy generics, occasionally we'll have to change contracts on which company we buy from. And so we try to tell people when we've changed companies because the pills may look different. And so the biggest thing is if they get a pill in a bottle that they don't recognize, make sure and call the pharmacy and have us double check it because people make mistakes. And
Sure.
But also, too, you just don't want to blindly take something without knowing what it is.
And really, over-the-counter pain relievers, you see a lot of competition out there, and it is much cheaper. So just read those ingredients?
Yeah, read the ingredients. Ask the pharmacist if they're not sure if it's the same thing. And we can usually tell them very easily whether it's a good product or not.
And really, you need to weigh probably the consequences here.
Yeah, the biggest thing is the expense, and if you can't afford to take the brand name medicine, the generic is going to do the same thing for you. And if you can afford that, it's better to be able to take your medicine.
So brand name isn't necessarily better all the time.
I would say 99% of them, the generic is just as good as the brand,
and that's good news to hear.
Yeah, they have to go through all the same kind of testing as the brand name. Again, the only thing that's different is the patent has expired.
What's the number one message you want clients to understand? Is it that you need to talk with your pharmacist and really understand?
Just talk with your pharmacist, ask questions about their medicines. We can tell them if a generic wouldn't be a good product to take. A lot of times, there are people that'll say that there's a difference between the brand and generic, and a lot of times that some of that is actually what they perceive in their mind, and it will work differently if they perceive that it's going to work differently.
Really, and even over-the-counter medication, you need to ask if you have any questions.
Yeah, just always ask. And follow the directions on the container.
And how can folks get a hold of you at the Terre Haute Prescription Shop?
They can stop by at 3020 South 7th or call us at 232-9646.
Thank you so much, John. And again, our Healthy Living segment airs right here on Wednesdays. Now, for more information on Healthy Living, be sure to check out our website at WTHI-TV.com. Just go to Healthy Living on our website. News 10 at midday. We'll be right back.